Hey guys, and welcome back again to me, Ben, playing Cities Skylines 2 here in Fairbanks County. Today we are looking at one of the ugly intersections here between the railroads and two highways. Yeah, the one is ending here in this huge roundabout, and the other one is heading further down the city, more to the industrial area and farming and whatnot. And the smaller, residential areas here, the natural reserve that I built just a couple of episodes ago. So yeah, I think the city saved enough money, to be honest, to invest something in the beautification and also in the, how could you say, quietization? Making things a little bit more convenient, better for the citizens, and in the end to increase the traffic flow as well, because I want to make sure, in the long run, that this highway also has a connection to that industrial area over there as well, because I have a lot of industrial traffic here coming along the way. So hopefully I can get this solved in the long run in a few episodes, but for now we're just focusing on this intersection. So yeah, before I'm getting started, I want to thank you again for jumping in today, for spending your time here and watching me playing Cities Skylines here. So I'm doing a major rehaul here. I think some of the structures are, I really like them, absolutely, but others are, maybe less good as a solution in the long run here. So I want to start rebuilding that, and the first thing I'm going to do, because my rail lines here are absolutely essential for this downtown area. There is a rail yard, not a rail yard, but a train station, a passenger train station. Then over here, let me just follow it. There is another, cargo train station. Over there will be another cargo train station. There is also another passenger train station, which makes me absolutely, want to find a solution that looks way better than this. There are a couple of elements that I don't like this absolutely massive overpass. I know, a couple of cities like Los Angeles, there are some of these overpasses here, that are stacked on top of each other. So it's not that unreasonable, but at least I think I can do better and I should do better. But I had to go, let me think, 10, maybe 17, maybe 27 steps above ground, or 27 meters above ground. And I think this is way too big even for a highway, at least for this town. I don't want to have a structure like this here. So without any further ado, let me get started. Thanks for joining me. If you like my content, please leave me a like, leave me a follow here. I know recently in the past, a couple of months, creators had a major, we were all struggling somehow. Thanks to the, changes that YouTube made from a algorithm standpoint, and even from which contents they actually favored and whatnot. So all these City Skylines planners and creators, we were all struggling a little bit, especially with City Skylines 2, or with the introduction of City Skylines 2, which almost made me think about going back to playing City Skylines 1 instead. But honestly, I like both games either way. So I'll demolish everything here that I don't need, and I'll be back for you in a bit as soon as that's done. Thanks. now I have to find the perfect sweet spot more or less for my underground or my tunnel system here, which is a bit difficult. The white line actually shows me the water level of this bit of land, and I think in the end I will have to go down at least to that level. So I'm being a bit generous here with my landscaping tool here right now, because I have to squeeze in quite a few rail lines along the way. So I want to make sure that I'm creating nice and even slopes for all the rail lines, and I also want to make sure that these fit in nicely into this landscape in the long run, so that it doesn't look too weird when they all come down to a level like this here. And I think about here we should be entering the tunnel system underneath the city. So I'll go ahead and try my best of luck here with reorganizing everything in a suitable way. And yeah, in a few seconds I'll be back for you. Thanks for staying tuned. So that's quite a nice entry to my tunnel system here. And yeah, for now I'm starting to like redesign it, soften it a little bit, the terrain here, so that it looks a bit more reasonable. And yeah, I wish we already had it in the base game, and you heard this a couple of times from me. Like, I wish we already had some tools of plopping down props here. So usually I think a city wouldn't leave these lots just as is, because it's too easily accessible. It's dangerous for people, it's dangerous for kids, it's dangerous for many citizens, or it could be dangerous even for the car drivers and truck drivers, because a lot of accidents could happen here, especially when we are talking about such a hybrid here coming from straight out of Moore Highway. So for now I'm just planting down a few trees that I probably wouldn't have planted otherwise. I'm also planting out some bushes and making sure that the whole thing gets a little bit greener than it currently is. I'm lacking some hickories here in that area, so I want to add some of those here, and then the small bushes should be there as well to fill out the space. I think in a couple of months these bushes will look way better than they do so far, but I think the tunnel system at least is pretty well hidden for now from my citizens, and also from like the passing traffic. It does look hopefully better than it did. And I know, oh gosh, I remember one thing. I remember how much I struggled with that stretch of the highway here. I never thought at that point in time of lowering like the highway to a more reasonable level. So now I'm gonna demolish everything I did so far here and redo it again. But I'll be back for you in a bit as soon as I'm done with the demolishing part. And as you can see, I have to take away quite a lot of stretches here from my highway. Well, it's not even really a highway. It's like one of these interstates. Oh, what is it exactly? Let me check, because it's not called a highway in this game. It is a highway. It's just one of these smaller highways here. But I could potentially even increase the size of the road here and the width, so that I would have a more, I would say, denser highway solution here. But first of all, as you can see, I'm demolishing all these ugly bridges, because I never really liked these. They were never built to be beautiful along the way, and probably I can just build something like a smaller stretch here out there, and then do all the massive work again by going above these houses without demolishing too much and whatnot. So it's not that much of a fun job here, but I think, should I just leave it? It's a 2-lane thing, or should I extend it right away? I'm not yet sure. I'm starting out with the 2-lane thing here, and then we'll see where we can go from there, because I have no clear plan on this yet, to be honest. So I'll be back for you in a bit with my first attempt here. Maybe I was lucky and had a good shot here. Oh, probably. Sorry, I completely forgot about something, and this is what I have to do first, or I should do it first at least, because my rail line here is now running right underneath the... Oh, how do I get there? Like right underneath, or almost right underneath the train station. Oh, that's a bad planning. So I have to do some retour here. 90. What is it? I don't want to build too weird structure down there. So maybe I'm gonna demolish this stretch of the rail line again. Yeah, I think it's not that good. I should replan it. I completely forgot about this train station. I simply forgot about it. Yeah, so let me do that first. Then build an exit, a reasonable train exit here. And then I should be able to get back to the highway in a bit. So after this bit quick and dirty solutions here of the train connection, I'm wondering, pathfinding issues. So where do we have this issue here? That's fine. That's okay. Where's the problem here? So from here we can't get to there. This can't be it. Yeah, maybe from that station or from that line here you won't be able to move. That's probably correct. I'm just checking in on my train lines here because I don't want to mess things up too much here. Let me just take you over there. And let me drag waypoint to move it. Yeah, I wish I could move it, guys. Come on. As much as I like it, as much I hate it. So that seems to work. This probably works. Where's the problem there? Like you're heading to where? From here all the way down there. Yeah, but it should be possible, shouldn't it be? Maybe I have just to wait and see how things sort themselves out, if they can. Hopefully they can. Because that's a bit unusual, honestly. That's very unlikely. Like, very unusual. Yeah. Okay, I guess I just deleted the other train line here, which wasn't my intention. So let me just think about that. Yeah, and then you guys should be able to move. Oh, there's the disconnect coming from. But why is it that steep? Whoa. Okay, I didn't see that. That's also something sometimes a bit confusing. Because I didn't think that it was so far down. Okay, got it. The reconnection is happening in a second. That's very confusing sometimes, to be honest. So now everything should be working again. Yeah, it should be. It's not too deep down here. Also, this here. That's the traffic. That's the tunnel. Okay, fine. All good. So I'm not longer complaining about this here, the game being stupid. No, it's me being a little bit stupid here. Not following the rules and the guidelines here. So yeah, let me just get things started here with the highway connection. So I'm staying above ground only 10 meters for now. I hope that'll still work out in the long run. Because I know I have to squeeze in my highway somehow over there into a more reasonable thing. So I'll get this going. Oh yeah, that looks nice. That already works better than I thought it would be. And now there are two decisions I could make, but honestly, I don't want to... Like, I wish I can keep the above ground highway here. Because it's so much like having a structure like this at some point in time. And now I'm just only going up 20. And I would only lose that house here. Okay, maybe I can take a different slope here. So I'll be back for you in a bit as soon as I'm finished with that. So before I'm wandering too long or sticking to this solution here, I should not forget about one additional thing, because there's still an on and off ramp. But why is it a 2? Does that make sense? No, let's just keep it a one lane for now. I think I remember not really well enough why I changed this in the past, in one of my past episodes. So I'm going to set this up as a 1 lane thing here and just reconnecting it. Oh, it's overlapping, is it? At that point in time already. Okay, let me just do it again. Go down to ground level, up to here, and then probably from there down to there. So that could be working. Now I also want to increase the size a little bit of, like, make this a 4 lane thing here, so that cars have well enough slip lanes available. Same goes for that here. I think we could even make this a little bit longer, this stretch here. So good for now, I would say. Just looks way better if it's more efficient. I'm not sure yet. I wish. Oh, let me try one more thing. Before I haven't done it, I shouldn't start wishing. Something that I absolutely could do, like going back to 10 meters level here. I should be able to create one tiny slip lane to over here, so that at least these guys have an option to get there right away without having to do this detour here. So I'm letting the game run for a few seconds now, or for a few minutes, and see whatever's coming up. But I'll only do that, of course, after solving one of the typical roundabout issues. No traffic lights, no traffic lights. Why? Can't remove these? Wait a second. Are they Okay, it was only tied to my pedestrians here. Now we should be doing good. So now I hope I can let the game run for a bit. I'm watching this closely to see how well this whole roundabout thing and new highway connection will perform in the near future. So let the game run for a bit. And I'll be back for you in a second. So after watching this for a bit, actually I discovered two minor mistakes here that I can easily solve. So first of all, it's all about lane management. And again, I have to do that. I have to remind myself, yeah, in the past in Cities Skylines 1, it was kind of natural to take care of the lane management. So I'm including another slip lane here for cars to be able to take off and get to the other highway pretty quickly. And the other thing I definitely want to do, and this is something I haven't understood about the game yet. So that makes sense, but if I want to turn around things, okay, I can simply do it like that. It's similar to the one-way road when you want to change directions. So I think I should be fine. 2 lanes merging into one here. 3 lanes heading off here. That should be okay, I think. So I'll be back in a bit. I'll let it run again for a few seconds, for a few minutes to see where we can go from there. Okay, this seems to become a traffic hotspot, which is something I do not like at all. So I'm taking a different route there. I'm gonna replace this 3-lane thing by a 4-lane thing. So that could help me already. And then I have to rethink what I'm doing here. Bringing that down to 2 would make sense. This down to 3. That little stretch here. No, maybe I'll leave it as 4. And I'm planning to create another slip lane here. Hopefully I can pull that off. And let this merge straight into there. And then obviously, again, solving any traffic light issues that I might have. And making sure that this here becomes a 3-lane as well. At least for the first few segments. Maybe I'm dragging this out until here as well. So let me see how this whole thing performs now. Well, and one other thing before I'm letting it run, I could actually boil that down to a one-way in the long run as well, so that they merge all into one lane. Oh, sweet. And there's another thing I want to get solved right now, and I'll be back for you in a bit. So let's check and see whether that worked or whether it didn't. It was maybe a bit of a stretch here, but if I'm lucky, I can take away a lot of the traffic that was originally heading into this roundabout here. I hope that I can take a lot of that away. And I'm wondering, like, this slip lane is hardly in use by anyone. Might it be because of that pedestrian crossing here? Can't imagine. Are there any crossings that I missed out on? Oh, they all want to head there. So this is kind of it's surprising. It's a bit surprising, to be honest. I do not fully grasp it yet. Maybe I have to change a few lanes here into, let's say, a 3-lane here again, like that stretch in the middle could make sense. Wow, that looks, ooh, that looks not very nice here. So I'm going to redo that again. And hopefully I can bring this down by just a bit. Yeah, that's kind of an issue. To be honest, that's too close together. I'm trying to redesign this little stretch here. I don't know whether I can create something more reasonable here. Going down a few steps. Oh no. Oh no. That's something I didn't want to see. So first, let me rebuild that part here. 90 degrees. Heading back into there. It's no longer that beautiful, isn't it? It's anyway a highway, but... Oh... Gosh. It's something I didn't want to see happening here. So I'll let it run for a bit, for the next couple of minutes, and then we'll see where we can go from there. So before I think about a major redesign here, and I have a couple of ideas how I could solve this in the future, I'm just thinking about whether I should consider trying one more thing. And what's actually bothering me a bit is also that stretch here. Yeah, obviously a lot of lane switching happens there, and a lot of people are coming in. Why is that? I had the impression that previously, like, not as many people as right now are coming into this area. But let me go ahead and redesign this part here. So I'll get started and I'll be back for you in a bit. First, I'm starting out with a 3-lane roundabout here. It should make sense, I think, and from a size, I think I can go fairly big here. Depends a bit on my options that I have here. I'm bringing that up to... Now maybe I also have to pull that back. And then get started here. 90. By 90, so I have to delete that stretch, unfortunately. 90 by 90, so again, one more. And then I should be okay with that. Then I also want to make sure that this highway here, and I think this was kind of a misplanning, stays a 2-lane instead of a 3-lane. And becomes 1 lane after that. And what I'm doing first is closing in with the avenues here by 180 degrees. this here. And this could come in as a curved thing here. Like this here. And then I will close the existing highway connections first and line them up again. Bringing this in. So this might be the only stretch here. So I'm thinking whether there's any option for me to let this come out here and build kind of an S-curve or a kind of a D or whatever it looks like in the end. So let me just try and see whether I can pull this off or whether I can't. So bring that up here. And then maybe I can merge it from there into that part of the slip lane here. Should be able to do that. So that does look quite nice. Now I have to just see how and whether I can pull that trick off here. That's a bit weird. It's a little bit like a trumpet interchange, but in the end it isn't. So I'm just trying to think. Yeah, it seems to be like that's one lane off. So that was a quick, rough redesign of this intersection. So I'll just let it run again and see where we can go from there. Hopefully it goes a little bit better than the last time I checked it out. So I'll be back for you in a bit after letting the game run for a few minutes. Yeah, sorry for that quick interruption here. I obviously have to fix the thing I usually have to fix regarding traffic lights. I don't want to see any of these here. No traffic lights on my roundabout, please. So, and also no pedestrian crossings. It doesn't make any sense in that area. It doesn't really help. Don't want to have any pedestrians crossing the road here. So does that work? This should be fine. That should be fine. No traffic lights here. Let me just check for safety. Yeah, I forgot these. also want to make sure that these are gone. So they're only... It's not too bad. It's similar to trumpet interchange, or at least it looks a bit like that. Well, let's check it and see. Let's check it out here. I'm gonna let things run now finally for a handful of minutes, because I think that this traffic, or that amount of traffic, needs to sort itself out before we can actually see the correct impact of this new roundabout design here. Since there is a complete standstill here, I want to check and see what's happening there. And I also want to include another slip lane. That might make a bit more sense, having it here into that area. Then again, removing the pedestrian crossings, removing the... Yeah, there obviously an accident happened. Just curious to see how things are getting along here in the long run. And I also want to make sure before I'm letting it run again for a little bit to include some greenery here so that people can't park here overall or at all. Same goes for that here. Same goes for this here. And same goes obviously for that here as well. And then I'm going to plant some more trees. No trees. Oh, wrong thing. Things are slightly moving already. So maybe I just have to give it a few minutes here and there. Wonderful. It does look great. And overall, I have to say, this is what excites me about Cities Skylines 2 the most. Absolutely. Like the ways you can build interchanges and whatnot is way, way different to Cities Skylines 1. And I absolutely love it, I have to admit. I really do love it. Because it looks so different. It looks way more realistic. So I think I can go ahead now, do some decoration for the end of this episode, just pulling in some trees and whatnot, and bushes, and yeah, some oaks as well. Of course, always a great mixture of oaks and hickory trees so that they can grow nice and evenly. I think I'm closing this episode for now. This was actually one of the major traffic situations that I ever had before in Cities Skylines 2 here in one of my cities. Everything else before that was, I don't know, kind of small, not significant, but that was the first significant incident where I really had to take care of my traffic solutions. And I think the solution actually worked out really nice. I absolutely love this spot here. And yeah, in that case, let me thank you for joining me again today here playing Cities Skylines 2 in Fairbanks County. I'm still hesitant, like I'm reading a lot of the news recently while I'm like, let's watch this traffic for a little bit, but Just recently, I think yesterday it was, Paradox Interactive, they announced, they're going to incorporate a couple of changes regarding land value and whatnot. And I think their current policy, or the most recent policy that they are following, is that like patches will be only released when major updates are coming, like DLCs and whatnot. I'm honestly a bit hesitant to continue playing this game for now, because it's a bit hard to play it the way it's intended to be. I'm a bit sad about the most recent changes here. But what can we do about it? I think we can do nothing about it. I'll continue streaming, not streaming, but sharing my videos here for you on YouTube, for sure, because I love Cities Skylines too. I stick to that game, including Cities Skylines, when I want to get another city going, maybe a new one going in the near future. But for now, I'm sticking to Cities Skylines too, because I believe in this game. I hope that they'll put their together pretty soon, and that they just can get it rolling, up and running, back to where it should be. And well, if even developers admit that there are major flaws in the game, because they never really thought about certain things and took care of special things that they should be taking care of, in my opinion, before they even launched the game. And then it's a bit sad to hear that recent development. But however, I think we have great times ahead of us. I strongly believe in that. And thanks for joining me. Have a good one, and leave me a like, leave me a follow. I would very much appreciate that. Have a good day. Bye bye.